I want to talk about the highway bill that we just passed. The issue that we've been emphasizing has been the freight corridors. Laredo, as you know, and hopefully before the year's over, we can have you there. We had Chairman Schuster there a couple times. We had Chairman Mario Diaz also in there. John Cobleson has been there also. And as you know, Laredo, besides L.A. and New York, Laredo's the third largest port, largest inland port. Just to give you some quick numbers, and I'm trying to make a point why, Laredo handles 66% of all the commercial trucks that pass between the U.S. and Mexico. That's 3.8 million trucks a year, and if you put the trucks, line them up, they'll go around the world twice on that. 79,000 buses a year and about a little bit over 8,000 trains a year also. The freight corridor was important to us because, as you know, for a while didn't cover the freight corridor. And now that it's been extended to cover 41,000, it will cover now the port of entry. My question is, given this large numbers that I just gave you, how do we ensure that a place, freight corridor I-35 between Laredo and San Antonio, and then, of course, from there it goes on to Dallas and Oklahoma and all the way to Minnesota. How do we ensure that a place like this is not left behind? Because we're not asking for any special favors. We're just saying, look at the pure numbers. Look at the pure numbers that we have there. So I don't know when your notice of funding availability will come out on those $850 million for those freight highways and the other ones. And also, we also added on the Tiger grants, we also made port infrastructure eligible also for this. So I don't, again, once your next notice of funding availability for your 8th Tiger round, and of course for the freight corridors, because we're just saying, just look at the pure numbers, nothing else.
I think it's a great question, and let me, at the risk of being the skunk at the picnic, let me offer to you a reality, which is that there are a lot of projects I want to see happen in this country. You've given us an example. The Brent Spence Bridge crosses over from Ohio to Kentucky. We could wipe out the discretionary program with one project and probably not even get the funding, the entire funding put together for that project. And so when we talk about spending in this area, it's just the numbers are massive. We've got tunnels in the crossover into New York that need to be fixed. And, some would argue the price tag for that whole project is north of $20 billion. So we endeavor always to do the best job of striking the balance, looking at those numbers and looking at the need. But honestly, we are really struggling to get the resources out in a magnitude that will make the kind of difference that you need in Laredo and that needs to happen all across the country. And that's frankly why the president's budget reflects increased spending levels. It's not because we just woke up one day and wanted to go spend more money. It's because this country really needs the investment.
So to kick the skunk out of the room, and I'm not talking about you, but just to kick so, and I understand, there's never enough money. I understand. We're all appropriators. We understand there's never enough money. But I guess, do you know when those notice of funding availabilities will come out? Or can you have your office contact the members and let us know? Because I know that somehow that money is going to be appropriated. Yeah. Like I said, all we're looking at, if somebody can match those numbers that I just gave you, I say go ahead. And I'm talking about freight, not about other things. Be happy to challenge anybody on those numbers, but I'm just, the folks, everybody talks about border. I got a few seconds. Everybody talks about a border. They want to build a wall. They want to send more men and women in green, Border Patrol, but nobody talks about commerce. And to us, trade is extremely important to us. But we appreciate your...
Yes, sir. And the answer is days, not weeks on the NOFA. It'll come out very shortly.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for your service.